Welcome back to Skywise Observations. The current time is 5 p.m. And let's go ahead and look around a little bit and examine a couple of things here. Are you noticing anything? Well, if you're noticing what I'm noticing, please leave a comment. Whatever. Alright, so as I was reviewing one of my videos from today, after it was posted onto this platform, well, there's those videos down below that you can scroll through as you're watching content. And well, I started watching a video about UFOs, about these documents about UFOs, these declassified files, and how, well, at least this content creator was going on about these things being a threat, and that the files have made this abundantly clear that they are in fact a threat. Oh, why? Well, one of the number one narratives is the factor that, well, we just don't have the technology that they do, and so our military forces can't keep up with them. They outpace our fastest of, well, let's just say air flyers, because, well, I guess we could call them aircrafts. And I want you to understand, at least through my opinionated explanation, is that no, they've got it all wrong and have had forever. These things are not faster than what we have. No. They're not faster at outmaneuvering us by stopping in midair and zoom taking off, and no. Already we've had people that's been within those skiff behind door meetings, right? And they come out, well, interdimensional has been the key word. And yet there's not any explanations pertaining to this narrative of interdimensional. So you have to take that into consideration and contemplate. Once again, the speed of these things, if they are interdimensional crafts, it does not imply that they are faster or quicker or more agile than what we have. No, they vibrate at a different frequency, because where they are from, time is either faster or slower than what we experience here within this dimensional realm. Okay? And that can really make a big difference as far as the speed of vehicles being observed, is their vibrational qualities. Because the faster that something vibrates, the less visible it might become. And even faster yet, vanish completely. Vibrations. Okay? Now then, I tend to bring up the factor of these ringed colorations around the sun that we observe, and how many people still claim them to be halos. Now think about this one. These UFOs, many times, especially those in saucer shape, have a halo about them. But it sticks primarily to the shape of the vehicle. So it's an aura. Much like everything else has an aura within our existence. An energy field made up of what? Vibrations. You're gonna come into our viewing? No. No. Apparently not. Besides, it probably wouldn't do any good anyways. There's just too much reflective material in the air once again. So anyways, going back to energy vibrations, that is what causes auras. And in fact, if you examine my content whenever I am recording birds that are high in the sky, especially these large birds of prey, and you zoom in on them, guess what? You see the same thing. You see this aura, or this sort of outline halo around the object in the sky, namely, speaking of birds, but yet also very similar to that when we are discussing flying saucers. Okay? Are we getting the picture yet? So, they can continue to go on and on and on about, oh, how we marvel in awe over the speed of these so-called alien crafts, when in fact, it is not really speed. It is a factor of vibratory energy and displacements of time. No, I'm not a rocket scientist. But it does not take a rocket scientist to understand these concepts. But yet, we have all these narratives out there that, where do they come from? Yeah. Those agencies, departments, groups, whether it be military, governmental, or otherwise, that I just don't listen to. And that's why these government files mean nothing to me. I would rather listen to people, real people, the public, and their experiences and encounters. Of course, observations being included. Because you have those different categories of encounters, which always begins with what? An observation. I believe that's enough said. I'm preparing to, once again, head out into the woods. This thing is very hot. We have a rather decent, steady breeze out here with gusts every once in a while. Temperatures are pleasant. But this thing here, to stand out under, as always, well, most generally, scorching hot. Otherwise, I believe this is enough said. And Skywise out.